Terry here, and today I'm gonna show you guys all my favorite brushes to use in Clip Studio Paint. So yeah, this is gonna be more of like a improv video, talk along, follow along, kind of thing. So bear with me if I don't make sense, okay? So I want to start with all the default brushes in Clip Studio Paint. So let's start with that first. Okay, I am back. Had some technical difficulties. You guys didn't see that because it's the edited out. But I want to start with the pen section, the default pen section. So there's about 2 pens here that I regularly use, and the first one is the G pen. Now the G pen is just like a round opaque brush, and it tapers. It has like pressure sensitivity, if you said it that way. And the lighter you press it, the skinnier it is, and the harder you press it, the bigger it is. And I usually use this for emotes, like the filling in base colors and stuff. And what else? And for lining them too, because it's really nice. So, and the second pen that I use is the Turnip Pen. It's very similar to the G pen, but it doesn't taper as much when you let go of the pressure, apply more pressure, you know, as you can see. This one's really good to use. I use it for the same purpose, but I just use it less. If I want it like more consistent, like a more consistent shape or something like that, I would use this Turnip Pen. So Turnip Pen doesn't taper as much, it's opaque, good for lining and filling colors. G Pen's good for the same thing, but it just tapers more. And I don't really use anything in here, but I have I know the Milli pen is good too, and the dot pen is good if you're doing pixel art. But I don't really do pixel art in Clip Studio Paint. So yeah. So my favorite 2 pens here is G pen, Turnip Pen, and honorable mention is the Milli pen and the dot pen. So yeah, moving on to the pencil section. I primarily use like about I'll three of them. The first one I use a lot is the darker pencil tool, and I feel like this tool is good for like everything, like honestly. It's a kind of opaque, if you could see. It's opaque, but then it can go like, oh, not opaque, it's it like fades really well into like the color, and it is really nice. Like you could use this for like anything, I feel like, you know, like lining, rendering, everything, you know. So that's a good one. And then another good one is the design pencil. It has more of a texture to it, and it kind of what does it do? It kind of tilts too. It has like a tilt function. So this one's really nice too. If you want like a look like this, that's kind of like rough textured, but fades really well. And yeah, I really like this one also. Really nice. Okay, I'm gonna later because I'm doodling everywhere. The last pencil tool that I really like to use is the Real Pencil tool. I would say it's really good for sketching. Like if I wanted to sketch an eye, it has that little nice little rough texture for an eye, you know, that it gives me some vibes, man. It's like when you want a certain look, like a rough look, this would be really good to use. So if you're looking for a tool like this, I would recommend the Real Pencil tool in TSP. Now I hope I'm not going too fast with this. There's not much to say, you know. Let's move on to the brush tool. The brush tool, there's a lot of defaults here. Some of these I've added onto, but that's okay, that's whatever. I liked, when I first used Clip Studio Paint, I really like the opaque watercolor brush, because did you see this, like how it blends is very, very nice. Like it just keeps coating over it and over it and over it. and it just is very good for blending, honestly. And if you honestly wanted to do line art with this, you really can if you layer it on enough, or mess with the density and other crap. I don't really know too much about messing with the brush settings, but yeah. So it's super nice, right? And then another tool that I like to use in conjunction with the opaque watercolor tool is the dense watercolor. It's more, you see how like dark this goes? The other one, this is the same color I used for the opaque watercolor brush here, but this one is just so much darker. Do you see that? Just so much darker. I don't know really what that's called, but yeah, this one is really good for lining and everything too, depending on how much pressure you put onto it. So I really like to use these two watercolor brushes. And last but not least, in this section, I like to use the paint and apply brush. It's really good for blending together. It almost looks like a airbrush, almost like when you see it as you like here, and it kind of blurs it too. So if you want like a blur kind of feeling or look, I would recommend this. And the last default brush, favorite brush of mine, is the soft airbrush tool. I don't think that's what the other airbrush tools, to be fair, but you know, soft is all you need, right? It's just an airbrush, honestly. Just an airbrush. You get the idea, right? It's just a soft, round brush. You can make, yeah. But it's nice. It's a classic that you never can get tired of, you know. So now to my downloaded brushes. So I kind of made this on a short notice. I download so many brushes that it's like no joke, you know. I had to like freaking organize like which one I liked it more than the other one and stuff. So it was kind of rough. So the first one is called the SU Cream Pencil tool. This tool is really good for line art. I would say line art and sketching. That's what I would use this for. Like, as you can see, it's like a soft brush. It feels kind of like square too. Like, it's not like a round, like completely round shape to me. I mean, even though it looks like it from the, I don't know. But I just really like this tool. What should I sketch right now? I just sketched a cat. Yeah, so this is cream pencil. Okay. Really nice. And another pen tool that I like, this one I bought from Minjae. She's in Korean, or he or she is a Korean art YouTuber. I recommend their videos. It's really nice to just watch and learn and stuff like that. They have like a whole brush pack, and this one was really nice. I think this is like one of my favorites out of all the brushes she had. It's very rough, but like fun, I guess. Like it's a brush that, like I said, it's kind of rough, and you just kind of want to like sketch with it, but then you also color with it, if depending on what kind of look you want to get. So it's called Croissant de Rocking Pen. I think I said that right. I can kind of read Hangul, but yeah. This one is like, I like this because this one is like it's like a flat brush, you know. It's kind of like, you see how it's like an oval? The shape of the pen is like this, and I just love that because I'm trying to stop using like round brushes that much, because I don't know, it's funner for me to sketch with brushes with like a square shape or kind of something like that. So yeah, this one I really like it because you can use it. It's like a one and done brush. It's a brush you can use for everything. So I like brushes like that because I download too many brushes and I need to start getting out of the habit. So I like the one and done brushes. So this one's really nice. Really nice brush. Oh, another brush that has like a similar shape to this one, but it's like a slanted one. Like it's like a slanted oval instead of like this. And it's by Sean Sketches. He's a streamer. I think he makes YouTube videos too, but he's like he's an amazing artist, honestly. And he had a brush pack that he released, and I just tried it, and I actually love this brush. Like, out of all the brushes, I love this one because it's also good for sketching and stuff like that, and also it could be one and done. because it can go be very faint, but then very like strong like that. So highly recommend if you like brushes like these, like a smooth sketch experience kind of brush. I would recommend Sean's Sketcher and his other brushes too. They're pretty good. And next is a round brush that I tried to use based off of the streamer. I liked how their art came out, so I really like this one. Called the Real Photoshop brush. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just gonna like draw it. It gives you a very nice look, in my opinion, like for a round brush. It's very sim. I feel like all these brushes here are very similar. They're just different shapes, honestly. But I recommend it if, like I said, if you just want like a smooth experience, a one and done brush. I feel like this could really work for you. So yeah. The next brush is a brush I cannot read the name of, but it has a texture. So I wanted a texture brush because I'm like, these are all freaking smooth. I mean, except for these two, kind of. Like, these all are pretty, like, smooth brushes, right? So then I wanted, like, a texture brush that I can add. Like, if I wanted a texture in my drawing, I could just use this one and then be done with it, you know? So this is this. But this one's very smooth to draw with, too. Which is why I also like it. I tried a lot of brushes, honestly, but yeah, these ones are like the top and top, you know. This one's called the, I don't know how to say that name, but I'll link it in the description. Brush. Okay, so I have a set of 3 brushes here, and they're all by Sunako. She's an artist, and she had a video in Clip Studio Paint about her brushes and how to do brush settings and stuff like that. I'll link her video instead for these 3, but these 3 are like a 3 and done. Like they really complement each other well, so I'm just gonna go through all of them at the same time. So some of this, like what it's named, it's like almost like the G pen and the Turnip Pen. It's good for laying colors down and maybe for lining and sketching too also. The brush tool right here, the S brush, is like it's like between the opaque one and the brush tool. I mean, not the brush, the solid one. It's like a nice middle ground where it's like you can get like a lighter color or whatever from it, but then you can also go like hard, you know? So it could be like this and like that, you know? Like, this range is like insane. And then the opaque one is just like very light in general, but it still can get the same look, you know? So I think these 3 really work well together. Highly I recommend, as said. It's not called that, but yeah. So I did these 3, and now we have 3 left. Now this one, I used to love this one. Like, it has another texture to it, but it's a one and done brush. It's very simple. So yeah, it's very similar to the other one, but this one I just like, I've seen illustrations with this brush and I just love how they come out, you know? So highly recommend this brush. Can't say the name of it either. Not even gonna try. Let me zoom out a little bit. Potato is one Hayana Natsu made her left her brush settings online in a DeviantArt, I think, and I just kind of copied her brush settings just to see how her brush was, because I do like her illustrations and stuff. So I tried her brush settings and I actually really like this one, but I don't know when I would actually use this over the other ones, but I think it is a very good brush, honestly. And last but not least is Seoul. I think this one is really like this brush here. It's like a lot like this one. Let me zoom out or whatever. So it's like this one, but like round, you know, like seriously. So these are like interchangeable to me. I mean, all of them look the same. They're similar, you know. I could tell I have a type with brushes. I just like soft looking brushes, honestly. So yeah, I may or may not post a paint of me using some of these brushes, but yeah, honestly, I don't need all of these brushes. If I had to narrow down like my fave of the faves, it would have to be like the ones I use the most. It has to be like this one, and the hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found your new main brush from this video. That'd be pretty cool. And yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions and stuff, let me know. And hope you guys have a nice day. See you later and bye.